Hey y'all, I'm the Misfit Mystic and welcome to my channel. So I've been working very hard on this video about the empath narcissist dynamic, and it really took a toll on me because it hits really close to home. I was raised by a malignant narcissist, and he really did a number on me. So this kind of brought back some childhood issues that I had and brought up some stuff that I realized I needed to heal. So I want to thank my subscriber who asked me to do this video. You guys are going to want to stick around to the end because I'm going to give you some resources if you are dealing with a narcissist and you feel trapped. There's a lady here on YouTube actually that has a great channel, and she knows a lot more than I do about narcissists, but I have a personal experience. So, and my subscriber wanted to hear this, so here we go. We're going to start off with what is a narcissist. Okay, a narcissist, defined in the DSM, which is a Diagnostic Standard Manual, the 5th edition, which is the most recent, is some of the traits they describe are a grandiose self-view, problems with empathy, and a need for admiration. And those are just a few. There are 9 different types of narcissists. It can be pretty confusing. There's narcissistic personality disorder, which is NPD, and just so much information out there on it. So I'm going to try to keep it simple, but get into it a little bit so you guys can know whether or not you're dealing with a narcissist, and give you some tools and tips to help you fight your way through it, because it is smothering to the soul. Let me just tell you that right now. If you're dealing with a narcissist, you may not even realize that you're being abused by the narcissist, because they break you down to a point where you feel like you don't even have real feelings anymore. You question your own thoughts, you, especially as an empath, and this could be for anybody who's dealing with a narcissist. So anyways, let me give you some empath traits here so you'll know whether or not you're an empath. Empaths have the ability to feel others' emotions as they were their own. They have a deep appreciation for art and beauty. Most of the time they are artists themselves. And they're highly susceptible to negativity, which is all the narcissist puts off most of the time, is a negative image, I mean, not an image, but they have a negative view upon others in their life. And everything is just, if it's not about them, it's negative. Okay. So, let's see here. The empath narcissist trait. I have this board sitting next to me right here because I had planned, I had this cool board, and I had a stick and stuff I was going to do, but you can't see it from where I was sitting it. So, yeah, basically, I'll just show you right there the common traits. I hope it looks backwards to me, but I think it's right. Well, I'll check this. But anyways, they're attention seeking, lack of empathy, and grandiosity, which is grandiosity, like I said, is a pumped up sense of self. So it's funny because empaths and narcissists both stem from childhood trauma, but the narcissist chose to be angry and chose to inflict pain upon others because they were hurt, whereas the empath knows how it feels to be hurt and feels it deeply, and chose to persevere and, to help others because they know how it feels to be hurt and be down. And so, if you feel like you're trapped in a situation with a narcissist and you're feeling sorry for them, which is what they, and yes, they are inside, they're hurt, they have childhood wounds. But however, if they are unwilling to see the fact that they're narcissists, which most of the time they are, until they admit that and are able to get help, you can't be around this kind of person as an empath, especially, or anyone. It's toxic. You have to distance yourself if it's a family member or if it's a relationship and you're being mentally abused, which is called gaslighting. It is so detrimental to the empath soul and to anybody's, but especially the empath, because they attract these narcissists because you become an energy source to them. So they will do things such as say things like little lightweight disrespectful things to you. And then if you try to call them on it, they will come back and say, oh, I didn't say that, oh, your memory's bad, or, oh, they just play these mind games with you, and they get you to the point where you question everything. You don't even know what's real anymore. It's a terrible place to be. Let me tell you that right now. And, yeah, this really brought up a lot of childhood wounds with me. And, like I said, I recently cut ties with my narcissistic father. He's a malignant narcissist. And, I always knew that he didn't see anybody else's feelings but his own. And I always had faith that one day he'd come around, and it just, after so many times of him hurting me and hurting me and hurting me, I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to love you from a distance, but I'm not going to be a part of your life and have you in mind if you're going to treat me like that over and over again. Like Maya Angelou says, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them, and so I finally took that step and just, cut ties with him. I don't speak with him anymore. And yes, it hurts sometimes, but like I said, I just, you can't stick around and let them keep hurting you, because then it's going to dampen your soul. And when us as empaths and light workers and starseeds and just humans, we're here to build each other up and to help each other, and so if somebody's depleting your energy and sucking you dry, then the best thing for you to do is just, distance yourself as much as possible. And if you're stuck in a relationship with a narcissist, get help. Start making your plans, pack your things. Don't let them know you're leaving, because then, I mean, it goes bad. Pack your things on, slyly, get rid of as much as you can, try to save as much as you can, and usually they're financially abusive. So that can be hard, but like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys, the resources that you can use there's an organization, called NARP, that you can, contact, and I'll tell you how to get a hold of them, at the end of this video. So, like I said, sorry it took me so long to do this video. It's just, really brought up a lot of bad things. So, um, but like I said, so the empath and the narcissist both stem from childhood trauma. So, I don't know. This is just such a hard one for me. Like I said, I have my little board right here, but there's different types of narcissism. There's 9 different types. We have your classic narcissist, which is, the grandiose self. Everybody kind of can recognize that this is a narcissist. After a while, it's easier to see. And then you got your vulnerable narcissist, who is, they have to have a certain image portrayed to the public, and they usually are very, vain. Most of them are very vain and concerned with their outward image more than what they got going on inside. And then you got your covert narcissist, which is really dangerous, because you don't really know that this person's a narcissist, and they are so sly about it and so slick that it can just slip past you, and you can go years and then finally realize, oh my God, I'm with a narcissist. And it's very depleting to the empath soul. So, and then we have our malignant narcissist, which, I'm not going to say any names because I don't like to get political, but somebody high up in the, government is a malignant narcissist. And, it's just blatantly obvious. Another thing that they have is they can't admit when they're wrong, so they don't take criticism well, even if it's, constructive criticism. So, I'm going to do further videos about this, about, the traits of narcissism. And I'm going to delve way deeper into this, because there's so many people out there suffering from this kind of abuse, and it is the most detrimental kind. Like I've been abused, many times in relationships, because I followed that example from my father, and I chose guys that were physically and mentally abusive to me, and it really did a number on me. But I would say the worst kind of abuse after suffering it all is emotional abuse, and that slick kind of, like, you don't even realize that you're being abused, and you don't even realize how detrimental it is to the soul. So I really, really, my heart goes out to you guys if you're dealing with any kind of narcissist, if it's your family or your lover. You can feel it actually builds up peptides in your brain, and you become addicted to the narcissist. It's a detrimental, terrible, terrible situation to be in. So, somebody likened it to a cup with a hole in it. No matter how much you pour into it, it's never going to fill. So, what I did and what helped me through my journey with this, whole situation, was to realize that there's so many more people out there in the world who actually need and want to be helped. Like that saying, you can't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. It is very, very true. So if you realize you're in this situation, I'm going to give you the, information at the end of this video, and you can reach out to me and I'll talk to you. I'll talk you through it. I'm here for you guys. I've been there, done that. And let me tell you, it is so hard to realize and so hard to break free from. But there are so many more worthwhile people out there, and our energy has so many other better uses. That's what got me through, was realizing, okay, yes, this is my father, and yes, I want to have a father in my life, but he never really was a father to me. And I'm sorry, that's just negative, but I realized he was abusing me. And so no matter who it is, if it's your father, a lover, a friend, your grandmother, it doesn't matter. Distance yourself from them as much as possible. And if it's a relationship, you got to get out of it. It's just going to do bad things to your soul, and it's going to stifle you, and you're not going to be able to help the others actually need it and want it, and are willing to reciprocate and, give it back to others and pay it forward. The narcissists will never do that. They will take and just never give. And you always feel like you're giving more and they're never giving enough. And then you'll build up resentment, and you'll feel bad. And the guilt is what keeps you in it. Don't let the guilt trap you into this relationship. Realize that they're never going to, if they're going to change, it's not going to be with somebody that they have an energy source to suck off of. Like, they're not gonna realize it until, if they will, is you have to cut them off and you have to walk away. And because you can't tell a narcissist they're a narcissist. They don't like that, and they won't admit it. They can't see it. They have a disassociated sense of self. Like, so even it's not their fault. And I feel bad for the narcissist, but you can't change them. There's nothing you can do but protect yourself. And so, anyways, like I said, I got further videos coming up on this, but I'm going to put a link in the description box below for a lady who's got really good information. Her name is Melanie Tanya Evans, and she can tell you how to get a hold of this NARP. It's a foundation that helps people. And there's a program you can go through, and it's really cheap. That she says, really accessible. And if you don't have the money, if you really can't pay for it, they will they will give you a scholarship. So there's hope out there. My heart goes out to you guys. I really hope that this video did something for you. Like I said, this hit home really close to me, and I just it's been mentally fatiguing, but I realize that there's so much about this that needs to be delved into. And so I'm going to have further videos coming up on it real soon. I hope that you guys are well, and I hope that you guys can recognize this kind of abuse if it's happening to you. And like I said, reach out to me if you need to. And I'm going to put that link in the description box below. Reach out to Melanie. She's got her stuff together, and she's been through this before. So anyways, thank you guys for your patience, and thank you for your comments and asking me what you'd like for me to do in future videos. If you have any of those, put those in the comments below, and I'd love to delve into anything spiritual, metaphysical, narcissist. You know, I've been through a lot of mental abuse, or mental illness. I know about all that kind of stuff. So, depression, bipolar disorder, PTSD, PMDD, OCD, borderline personality disorder. I can talk about any of that stuff all day long. So you guys put it in the description, in the comments below, and I would love to delve into that with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end this because I feel like I'm going in circles, but thank you guys so much for coming. And if you're still here, I really appreciate this. I really appreciate all the support, because I have a message to help others, and I really want to get it out there. So you guys is watching and liking and commenting and subscribing really helps me to do that. So once again, I'm the Misfit Mystic, aka Kaylee, and I will be back soon with more stuff about narcissism. I think I'll call the series Narcissism 101. So you guys have a great night and a great rest of your week, and hang in there. Like I said, reach out to me if you need me. There's so many people out there that can help you and are willing to open their arms to you. So don't feel alone. Don't feel afraid. You can do this. You can get out of this, and you can have life after abuse of a narcissist. So love and light to you all, and namaste, which means the light in me recognizes the light in you. I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye.